Hi guys, and welcome to a slightly more detailed video of the Edition 1. I'm not going to go over the top because I know there's tons of videos already on YouTube. CRD, for example, goes into great detail, so he's a really good channel to watch. That's CRD, but just so we can have a look around, and I want to just run through a couple of extras which you seem to get on it as standard, which they try and make out on the Audi configuration website, that you actually had to add packs on. So I just want to go through a couple of them because it actually just comes with it. So in case you don't need to add them on to actually get things that I've got on here. So obviously with the Edition 1, you've got the stunning matrix LED headlights. These look really smart. CRD also does a lot on his channel on how they work, so they actually look at signposts for you, they glare out any lights coming from other cars and so on, and when you've got the full beam assist on, it will actually turn everything off. The alloy is 19, which come with standard. Not at their best at the moment. I've actually done a lot of miles on this already. I've already done 400 odd miles on it, so it's a little dirty. I've gone for the Panoramic Sunroof, which was an optional extra of 1,055 quid, I think it was, with the Edition 1, and which is looking amazing in the white, and as it would on like turbo blue, python yellow, and the red, for example. You've got all the black trim, black wind mirrors, black black window trim, and also around the grille, so that would normally be chrome, and then the little black bit on the fake air vent. So I'll just have a quick wander around for you. So the sunroof actually only goes about halfway back. I'll open it up in a minute, and then we can have a look at what it looks like with that open as well. And you get the dynamic indicators, black exhausts, which are fake, but you know, everything's fake. I'm going to remove all the lettering off. I think I'm going to remove the A3 35 TFSI and get my number plate on. So my next video will be probably with the number plate actually on, and the lettering gone off it as well. So a quick walk around. So I just want to run through some of the extras which I've actually got on it, which I think people think they actually have to buy. So let's have a quick look inside. So this video is going to come up as a bit of a random order now, as I'm adding this in after doing a 2.5 hour journey, and I'll add in the pictures of the puddle light, which I'm about to talk about in the next part of the video, with the extras that are coming up that I think are included in it, rather than added on packs. So just wanted to do a quick one about the way it drives and so on. So this is a 1.5 litre, the 35 TFSI, and it's 150 brake horsepower. So I was actually quite worried about how much power this is going to have. I do like my fast cars and so on, but obviously something like an S3 is just well out of budget, and you don't get anywhere near as much on the S3 as you do on the Edition 1. So I went for the 1.5, and to be honest, with it in dynamic mode, it's actually got quite a bit of pull. I'm actually reasonably impressed with how how much pull it has. The power seems pretty good. You know, for example, if you're driving on a motorway and so on, you're never going to get, it's not going to feel like there's much power. If you're in like 6th gear and you put your foot down in this, you're not going to get anything like that. But pulling away, you know, off, say for example on a slip road, pulling onto a motorway, this actually does pull reasonably well. So I'm quite impressed with it. Also just wanted to show you, so at the start of this video, I sat with the engine running for about 15 minutes or so, so it's probably screwed the values up a little bit, but I've just done 150 miles, and not taking it too easy, doing sort of like 75, 80 down the motorway, and probably about 15 miles of city driving, and getting 47.5 miles to the gallon. So not too bad at all, actually. I filled it up. It cost me 52 quid. It was on 40 miles remaining. It cost £52 up to full, at £1.20 a litre. It then said I would have 440 miles on the range, which is now down at 180, and I've done pretty much, well, 249, so pretty much 250. So what we got there? So yeah, it's working out about right, about 430 miles, and that's with me flooring it a couple of times as well to see actually what the speed and stuff was like. Also, I'm about to go into the wireless charge box. I just want to let everybody know, which I haven't added in on the next clip. It seems to charge even like an iPhone 8. So whether or not you've got wireless charging, I don't know how, it's still working. So on to the next clip now, and I'll put the picture of the puddle light and the inside up now as well quickly. So just have a quick look. And then your sunroof bringing in a lot of light. I'm really glad I went for the sunroof. I've actually not gone for the Bang & Olufsen sound pack because I went for the sunroof instead. So that was my budget. That's what I went for rather than that. And to be honest, I don't think I miss it too much. I listen to a lot of podcasts, so music wise, not too bothered. And reversing camera, I'm not too bothered. I've gone my whole life without using a reversing camera, so I wasn't too bothered. So it was the sunroof that took priority, and I'm actually really happy I went for that option. So, I mean, with regards to extras that they seem to get on, so I've got heated seats, and it says under the Bang & Olufsen sound pack that you get heated seats when you add that on. So these do come as standard. You do not need to add that pack on at all. So I've got them as standard, and I actually really like them. I think the heated seats have worked really well. Another thing as well is the under your park assist pack, as you can see there, the little car icon with it in lane, it says that you get lane assist under that pack. You do get that as standard. So the lane assist is on there, and to be honest, I thought it was something I would turn off instantly. I really did think that that would be gone straight away. I hate anything that is going to basically take control over the way I drive. But I've driven this on the motorway a lot the last couple of days, and it is really helpful. It has actually pulled me back into lane a couple of times, you know, even if it's just slight drift over. So I'm actually keeping it on, and I'm surprised I'm going to keep it on, to be honest, as well. So also I've gone for the wireless charge box. Now, I don't know if there's an error on my car here, but I have the same USB slots here, and I'm sure you're supposed to get the old USB and the new USB slot, but I've got two of the same. So I'm not sure if that's an error or not. Maybe that's what you get when you get the wireless charge box. So anyway, I've got that. It does seem to make my iPhone very hot. I think it's something I'm going to get in contact with Audi about. So my iPhone, after a 2-hour drive, was actually boiling hot. So that was the longest drive I've done, and yeah, it got pretty warm. So I'm about to go on another 2-hour drive now, so I'm going to see how it is, but it wasn't too much of an issue, and it's quite a slow charge. It's not like if you have your cable in plugged at home. You know, a couple of hour drive will probably add on 15-20%, but that's with using obviously anything on your Apple Carplay and so on. One thing as well I just want to go through is the Apple Carplay. So if you've got your Google Maps on here, you can't have your sat-nav here. You can have the sat-nav screen up so you can actually see it. However, you can't have the Audi sat-nav on at the same time. So it's one or the other, basically. I've used the Audi sat-nav just to test it out. I'd normally go straight to Apple Maps, but the Audi sat-nav is really good, and it brings up icons above like the speedometer and stuff, telling you which lane to go in, so a zoomed in version of the road, basically. So that does work really well. But yeah, normally my go-to is Apple CarPlay, and you can't do both at the same time. One thing I'm hoping for at some point is an update. There's got to be an update that brings your Apple CarPlay up onto this screen, so you Google your Apple Maps, because at the moment it will only work on there. Also, with me actually getting the wireless charge box, I don't know what this will be like if you don't have the wireless charge box, but when I enter the car, there's no plugging in or anything for me. It is automatically connected to Apple CarPlay, so I don't actually have to do anything. It just, well, that's not pressing, is it? There we go. So yeah, I don't actually have to do anything. It just goes straight onto Apple CarPlay in the menu, so I could just click on and click Apple CarPlay there. It's automatically there. There's no plugging in or anything. Don't think that's the same with Android, so just double check that. Again, CRD has a lot of detail with that. I've gone for manual purely based on the fact that I'm not too bothered about automatic. I like being in control of the cars myself, but got to admit, it looks nowhere near as nice as having the nice little automatic lever on there, that's for sure. Also, anybody getting an Edition 1, they actually state on the website that you have to pay, I think it's 121 quid for some puddle lights. You do not have to pay for your puddle lights. They have come as standard in it, which I can't find. I've got another box here somewhere, but I don't know if you could see, well, you could just see them coming up on there, so when they get onto the road you probably won't be able to see it. I'll try and put a picture up at the same time at night of this. Those puddle lights come included. They were already in the door, and I also had an extra 2 in the glove box, so I haven't had to fit them. And I think this is the same for everybody. They seem to be in the doors already when the car is arriving, so I would advise everybody not to get the puddle lights. They come with it, and I'm sure if they don't come with it, it will probably cost you just a few quid to buy the actual light itself from a garage somewhere. So I'd advise not getting that. It does come with it. So yeah, just wanted to run through a couple of the extras really that I think I'm getting, that people seem to think you have to get different packs for. So yeah, let's have a quick look at the sunroof as well. I'll just open that for you and we can get that. So it is just a lever here. It can go up slightly or all the way back. You also have the sunshade, which comes across. Let's try and get to that. Sunshade which goes across, so that's quite handy, but it's nice to have it open. Let's have a little look at what it looks like with it open. So this is it with the sunroof open. Goes pretty much all the way back to the area, and actually gives it a nice dynamic. So yeah, if there's anything anyone wants to know about, any more details, just hit me up in the comments and I'll put some more videos up for you.